Yo, what's poppin'? It's Tommathan, and there is some news to go over that I didn't cover yesterday. So Yaki is officially with the LA Gladiators. There's that, and then there's also jerseys that are looking at. We're getting some custom jerseys, which is really cool, and the league definitely needs this. It's so boring having cookie cutter jerseys. Like I got three jerseys behind me now because I got some Boston ones because they were like $10, and they're just like the cookie cutter, right? They're just cookie cutter. If you're wondering whose jersey there, it's Color Hex Infusions. But yeah, they're just cookie cutter jerseys. So now we have some new ones of those, which I'll take a look at. There's only three right now, but I'm quite certain that they'll all, be there. And then there are some more rumors from Halo of Thoughts that are kind of already out there, but it's nice to have him confirm them as well because normally whenever he posts things, they're like more. He's very confident they'll happen. So it's just nice to see both. Leak Mafia. I don't know if Yiska's talked about it. Yiska's kind of whatever he does. He does whatever he wants. But anyway, so Yaki LA Gladiator. Talk about that first. This is insane, right? Think about Tracer plus Echo or Tracer plus Genji or anything like that. This is maybe the most deadly pairing you have in the league right now. Maybe you could say proper Hisang, I guess, is a pretty good argument too. But they're pretty insane. This is like their flex lineup is beyond. It's just beyond. Um, I don't know. This might be like a blasphemous thing to say, but there is a world I think where Yaki could outperform Kevster. Now that okay, don't click off the video. You might hear that and you're like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?" Immediately click off. No, hold on, stay. The thing here is, Yaki, his Tracer when it's on, his Genji when it's on, is like another level. I don't know if on like a really good team like the Gladiators, because he's been on Florida and he's been on New York, right? Neither of those teams were LA Gladiators level, right? There were some holes on Florida. There were some holes on the New York Excelsior. Maybe the whole team was just in a hole, to be honest. Um, so maybe with like real great support around him, is there a chance? Is there a non-zero chance he takes Kevster's spot? I think so. On Tracer, on Genji. I think there's possibility. Now, I think it's like maybe a 15% chance, 10% chance, something like quite small, maybe even less than that. But I think it's there. And the fact that I have to consider that, or that I am considering that, is just like insane. Like just to think about, right? But all likelihood, Kevster gets to play whatever the fuck he wants to play, right? Whatever he'll carry the hardest on because his Widowmaker was really good when he entered the league. He hasn't played that much hitscan. His Sojourn was not as good as Happy's in the playoffs, but still, you let him play whatever he wants to play. There's the other rumor of Kai going to the Gladiators, which was announced or rumored, I guess, way back at the beginning of the offseason. Nothing there yet, but the way it looks, I think it's probably true. I would guess. So I don't know. I think it's just great. It's just a great pickup. Yaki, fantastic. And sometimes when he's not on, and when he's like not on at the level of, carrying every fight, you don't have to play him. You have Kevster. Like you have Kevster. You know what I mean? It's like it's just so safe. I think it's a really good pickup, and it's hard to go wrong. It's hard to go wrong with just bolstering your DPS line. So now I'll talk about the jerseys first, because this is really exciting. Because you have the Washington Justice with their jersey reveal. I'm actually a pretty big fan of this jersey. I saw some people not liking it initially. I think it's pretty clean overall. Maybe they'll get the whole thing on it. Go ahead, video play out. Justice is served, team. So some things that people were talking about is like they have the whole team name here. That is also on the other two jerseys. So I'm guessing one of the stipulations for these kind of jerseys is you have to have the whole team name on the like crest, the banner, which obviously limits some creativity because maybe some teams would like a really nice logo there or something like that, but you can't. So that's like kind of a downside, but at the same time, I think you take those because of how creative you can get with the rest of the jersey. Here I'll just go to I'll just put this up. I'll go to this. You can see it here. You got the star in the back. Like this star probably, I think like if they were to do this jersey and not have it here, you'd maybe want to lower this if you could, and then have the star here or something. But regardless, it looks good. You get the logo like kind of in the background. I like it. The gradient's nice. I like the red and blue. I think it's nice. The stars are there. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the jersey. On the back, they'll just be the player names. But I don't know, maybe a little something cooler on the back. Maybe you could have had this stuff, the like lines back here still. I don't know. It's whatever. I'm a fan of the jersey. I like it. Maybe I'll rank the three jerseys that we have so far. Okay, after we see them all. So then you have the San Francisco Shock jersey, and this is a callback to their 2019 jersey that they won with. They won the league with the jersey, right? The camouflage one. And I don't like that jersey at all. I really don't. Here's the jersey that they won with. I think this is ugly as hell, and I just am not a fan whatsoever. However, and that was my initial thought with the new jersey as well, because I was like, I think the camo's ugly. Calling back to it can't be good. But whenever they made this jersey, I looked at it again. I think it's actually clean. I think it's clean because the camouflage is not as obnoxious. The like it's more like wavy in a way, and I think that looks really clean. I like the crest on this one compared to this. I think just having the logo here was really bad, so I like this a lot. Putting San Francisco really small at the top probably works out. You don't like Washington could have went with something like that. They didn't. I think I like this more for the Shock. I just think this is a clean jersey. I like the proper on the back. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I like this one. Do I like it more than the Washington one? Probably. I think there is more personality here. I was a hater. I was a hater as of today, but then I looked at this website. I saw these images. No longer a hater of this jersey. It is, however, $100 American, so they are quite pricey. I would not be buying this jersey unless unless you are, you know, a fan of the team. Maybe I'll cop the Toronto one just for the culture. When the Toronto one drops, maybe I'll cop it. But between these two, I like the Shock one more. And then you have the Houston jersey. And the Houston jersey, this is a really long thing here, but I'll let it play out anyway. I don't know how I feel about it. I think there's a lot going on it. I think that... Oh, I guess I could click in. Boom. There you go. Is that the video? Oh, sorry, I busted your ears. I don't have, you know. I think I'm trying to decide like my full thoughts on this jersey. There are some aspects I like of it. Right there, you see the lines. I kind of fuck with the lines. But I feel like there's something like off slightly about this jersey. I don't really know how to describe it. The lines are cool. They have like a little paisley like design on the insides, which I think is like you see it there. I think it's pretty clean. But something is just a little bit off with this. I just turned the volume back on again. Did I have it on the whole? My bad. But yeah, here's like the Pelican one. They have the logo actually between. That's interesting. I guess you don't need because on the proper one, it's down here, but the back's actually different. So they were free to do what they want with the back, which is interesting. But yeah, I like the paisley. I kind of like the stripes in the end. It reminds me of like hockey, which of course I'm gonna like. Like the Reebok era jerseys had a lot of them had this. It's pretty common. And then the big logos there's all right. Oh my god, this is big. See, this part is what kind of throws me off. This big logo in like the gray at the bottom. I don't know. Something's a little off with it with me. And I almost wish that this green was slightly different so that you'd see it run down like the side there. But I don't know. I guess they only have two colors. So you could have made it white. I don't know if that would have been better. I guess they did what they could. I fuck with it. It's probably my least favorite of the three. I'll give this one my least favorite of the three, but I do like the Paisley representation. Shout out to Paisley there. So yeah, if I was to rank them, Shock jersey, not that one, that's ugly. This one, and then the Washington one, and then the Houston one. That's what I'll go with. And now, talk about the rumors that Halo has basically reconfirmed that were already confirmed previously. You have Houston to announce skewed or violet. Leak Mafia is adamantly saying it is skewed and not violet. I think violet. I don't think violet's been rumored to go anywhere else, so I don't know. But I would be guessing skewed because that's what Leak Mafia says. But if it's violet, it's violet. We'll see. Violet would make a lot of sense also because they have shoe. and then you don't have to go get a main support, right? So Violet would make sense unless I don't know. I think skewed plus a main support is more likely, but we'll see. And then he also says that this one's just brand new that the LA Valiant Chinese GM Cola was not aware of team plans to relocate back to the West. What the fuck is that? How do you? That's insane. That's insane. So the Valiant, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. I don't know what's going on with the Valiant. How does your GM not know where your team is playing from? That's like insanity. But we'll see if they go. They'll probably go mixed. I would guess probably. I don't know. There's too much to fucking. I don't know. And then he also reconfirms that Mag is looking to be the Soul Infernal tank, which has been around for a while. I'm actually a fan of this relative to Yeah, let me get my thing off, because if you look at the main tanks available, this is all the leaks, right, that we have so far. Ignore over here. This was just like some random thing I was doing. But like the main tanks, I kind of do this every time. There's like not a lot of main tanks really available for you. It's quite dry. I think Mag has the highest ceiling out of the available main tanks left. So I think it's fine. I mean, I guess Gaga, but Gaga's not going to go to Soul. Um, Helen, I guess, has some merit there, but I'd still feel more comfortable with Mag. And I guess I see no problem running it back with Belisria, but they don't want to. I think Belisria looked really good on the ball, and I don't know. I wouldn't have had a problem if they ran it back with him. But I guess Mag, you want to change things up a little bit, sure, run it with Mag. Unless I want to go with Arpen, who's in the system, but apparently they don't, which isn't a bad decision. I don't think Arpen's like, all that. I think he's solid, but they probably want to be a bit more than solid. So Mag gives him the potential. There's a bunch of questions you can have with Mag, whether you want to talk about like, um, how Washington conducted themselves and how he basically got traded to Boston and lost his job to Punk and all that. I think there's with Washington is largely a coaching issue. I like Jin on the Fusion. I do like Jin as a coach. We'll see. I'm in on it for the Mag Redemption arc, but you can definitely have it's cautious optimism. So yeah, that's basically everything. Let me know your thoughts on Yaki to the Glads. Let me know your thoughts on the jerseys. Whose jersey are you most excited to see? I'm very excited to see the Spark and the Defiant jerseys. I think they're gonna be. I think the Spark jerseys should be really fucking good. Defiant, I'm a little hesitant because I didn't like their 2019 alternate that much. It was like kind of cool, the concept with like all different languages, but realistically, I thought it was kind of whatever. But we'll see. So anyway, like this video, subscribe, all that stuff. Have yourself a good one, and deuces.